Why do they hate us so much, Ice? I whispered in my mind, clenching the frayed strap of my backpack tighter as I walked down the cracked hallway of Westridge Academy. The sting of fresh insult still burned in my ears, the laughter of my classmates echoing off the tiled walls like a chorus of cruelty. Because they're afraid of what we'll become, Ice answered, his voice calm and cold like the name he bore. They don't see the storm we're hiding. I scoffed quietly under my breath. A storm? I'm barely a breeze. Ice didn't respond, but I could feel his presence retreating to the back of my mind, not out of anger, but to give me space. He always did that. Disappeared when the world got too heavy for me to breathe. I guess I should introduce myself. My name is Luca Thorn. I'm 17, barely 5'7", and I weigh less than the average warrior's breakfast plate. My face is too soft, my lips too pink, my eyes too big, and my presence? Non-existent, unless someone wants to shove me into a locker or spill juice down my front in the cafeteria. I'm what most alphas call an omega embarrassment. But Ice, he's different. He's everything I'm not. He appeared when I was 13. While most kids celebrated their first shift, mine was met with horror. I didn't shift into a hulking beast or a sleek black wolf like the other boys. My wolf was lean, icy white, with piercing silver blue eyes and fur that shimmered like snowfall. Beautiful, feminine even. That's when the name-calling started. Snowflake, ghost bitch, Omega Princess. I remember the day everything truly shattered. It was pack gathering day. Everyone from the Thornridge pack had gathered in the courtyard for Alpha Damien's annual Unity and Strength speech. Every wolf was expected to show their strength in front of the elders. Shifting contests, speed, agility, raw power. And then there was me. When my name was called, the snickers started before I even stepped forward. My hands shook as I unzipped my hoodie. My thin frame looked laughable next to the brawny figures of the others. I shifted. Ice emerged. Tall, elegant, ethereal. The crowd fell silent. For half a second, I thought, maybe they see it. Maybe they feel the power in him. But then, someone threw a rock. Then another. And another. Ice howled. Not in pain. In rage. But I shifted back before he could take over, collapsing onto the stone ground, naked, humiliated, and sobbing as laughter echoed around me. Even the elders just looked away. But what truly broke me wasn't the jeers. It was him. Axel. 6'3", jet black wolf, future beta, the boy I'd crushed on since forever. He stood near the edge of the crowd. His mouth twitched, then split into a grin, and he laughed. Not a fake one. A deep, gut-holding, cruel laugh. I think that's when my heart cracked clean in two. You don't need him, Luca, I said back then, voice like glacial steel. You only need me, and one day they'll kneel. Back in the present, I shoved open the doors to the school rooftop, breathing in the chilly evening air. The sun was dipping low, casting gold streaks across the sky. I came up here most days after the final bell, my little escape from a world that never wanted me. I looked at my reflection in the glass of the door. My pale skin seemed to glow in the fading light. My hair was silver blonde, falling in wisps across my forehead. My eyes, gods, my eyes. Too blue, too strange. Too Omega. They don't understand, Ice whispered again. You were never meant to fit inside their broken mold. I just wanted to be liked, I confessed. Not worshipped, not feared, just accepted. That's their weakness, Ice said. They only accept what looks like them, sounds like them. But you, Luca, you are something far older, far more powerful. I turned and leaned against the railing, looking down at the parking lot below. A group of jocks were laughing near the football field, probably still joking about what happened in gym earlier, how I slipped during a dodgeball match and landed face first on the mat. Again, one day, Ice said more fiercely now, you will stand above them, and they will beg. I smiled bitterly. That's a sweet fantasy, Ice. It's not a fantasy. He stepped forward in my mind then, letting me see a flash of his eyes, blue fire, pulsing with ancient fury. It's prophecy. I don't know when Ice got this intense. Maybe it was the years of torment. Maybe something ancient truly stirs within him. I just know he's growing stronger. And so am I. Later that evening, after my shift at the diner, I limped home with a fresh bruise on my ribs courtesy of some seniors who thought it would be hilarious to rough up the runt. My foster mom didn't ask. She never does. As I lay on my creaky twin mattress, Ice whispered again, "Let me out." I blinked. What? Tonight. In the forest. Let me run. I hesitated. They'll smell us. Good. I stared at the ceiling. Then I got up, slipped on a hoodie, and quietly crept out the window. The forest was alive with crickets and wind. The moon hung low, full and heavy with promise. I stripped, heart pounding, and shifted. Ice burst forth in a blaze of pale light, tall and sleek and majestic. He didn't run. He glided. We tore through the forest, wind whipping past, his paws silent against the mossy floor. And for the first time in what felt like years, I laughed. Loud, wild, free. And as we howled into the night sky, I felt something stir deep in my bones. Not fear, not sorrow, power. Ice's voice returned, colder and sharper than ever. They wanted to bury you, Luca, but they didn't realize. "I'm the storm," I whispered. "And we don't kneel.